Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the iBug Introductory Mac Training Program for Tuesday, May 17th. We are finishing our last lesson today on messages, and then we will have Mac and Talk next week, Tuesday, May 24th. As usual, please join us for any and all iBug events that you are able to attend. This Friday, we have iBug Night at the Virtual Movies beginning at 7:30 and the movie at 8, which is A Room with a View. That'll be on the iBug Zoom. Also taking place this Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. is our iBug 11th anniversary celebration. And that will be from 2 to 4. And there'll be lots of games, trivia, a whole bunch of stuff about iBug. You may even hear me singing on there. And yeah, so come and enjoy. We'll be happy to have you. And now we'll get to our lesson. So tonight, Herbie is going to talk about one of my favorite apps on the Mac, and he actually uses it more, so he has the expertise. But he is going to make the case for you why messages on the Mac, and he's going to show you how to do a whole bunch of awesome things. So take it away, Herbie.
Well, thank you, Chanel, and good evening, everyone. Yes, indeed. Messages on the Mac is one of my favorites. And in fact, probably an app that I use quite a bit on the Mac. And I'm just going to start while I'm getting the screen share set up here. Why messages on the Mac? And there are a number of reasons why I love messages on the Mac. And I was really happy to read this, actually. Because if you actually did your reading assignment that we gave you, the guy who posted the article actually loves messages and FaceTime for the exact same reasons I do. And that's because you get the flexibility of not only being able to type on a full Mac keyboard with no delays that Bluetooth causes or dealing with a finicky screen or anything like that, but you also get the ability of, let's say you're writing in a Word document and you are getting a message, you can just open messages or Command Tab over and you'll be able to get that. Okay, we are having a major technical issue here where I do not have my voiceover. Are you still with us, Chanel?
Yes, I am.
And you are not hearing my voiceover either, correct?
I am not.
All right, guys. This is going to prove to be a very interesting...
Well, should I do
my screen share?
Okay, I can.
So while we're seeing if we can get this figured out, I'm going to go to method number 2, if I can get back my voiceover. Let's start by talking about some things that you can do to... Okay, so I did get my voiceover back.
All right.
Okay, I am going to do one more test with voiceover in the screen share, and if that doesn't work, then I'm going to go to method number 2, which is not going to be as good, but it will still work for our purposes. So anyway, as I was saying, first of all, it's called messages on the Mac for a reason, because it's not just iMessages. If you want to, you can fully integrate it with your full iPhone. If you have an iPhone, if you're an Android user, then obviously that's going to be an issue. Okay, yep, indeed, it is locking out my voiceover. Okay, I do apologize, folks. I don't know what is going on. I'll need you to stop my screen share one more time. So, anyway, what you can do on the phone is there's 2 steps that you need to do, and this was laid out in the article that we provided for you. And first of all, on the phone under messages, what you have to do is there's an option for message forwarding. And under the message forwarding option, you are going to see your MacBook if you are signed into the same iCloud account with all your devices. If you are not signed in, then you are going to have problems. And so you will want to make sure that's addressed first. So make sure you're signed into the same iCloud account on both your Mac and iPhone. So you're going to see, like in my case, it says Herbie's MacBook and Herbie's MacBook Pro 2. And so just make sure that is selected. And that way you are going to have the benefit of being able to get your messages on all your devices. And I believe for iPad users, this is also the case. Okay, and then the other thing you need to do is make sure that Zoom is integrated into your iCloud account. And you can do this by going into iCloud and going to your under settings on your phone. And once you you'll tap on your name and you'll go down to where the messages are and you'll make sure that is selected. Okay.
Settings, system dialog.
Are you guys hearing my voiceover now?
Input level, video and mic.
Yes.
Close.
Perfect.
Zoom meeting. Window. Table.
Okay.
Invite. Mute. More. View. Meeting. Original sound. Original sound option. Menu button. Original sound.
So,
off. Original.
Let me
menu.
fix this.
So Yeti. Aggregate. US. MacBook Pro. Micro. Check mark. Video and mic. Original sound.
Okay, everything's going to sound better now. So once you've done that, then now you have, at least on the phone side, everything all set up. But there are a couple things you need to do on the Mac side to make sure you've got everything fully integrated. Now, one of the reasons why I mention this is it is going to depend on how you want to use messages, because you could try to use them as separate entities where maybe you just do iMessage on the Mac, you do text message on the phone, and so you don't want your stuff syncing up. You could do it that way if you really wanted to. I personally think it's better to have everything all synced up and working together, but I did want to mention this in case you have reasons why you want to do things differently. And the other thing I also need to mention is, in order to be able to receive text messages, your phone has to be on. It does not have to be on the same network. It could be across town, but it does have to be on.
Currently unmuted.
And if you have it off, text messages will not come through. And I've discovered this the hard way when I was trying to get a text verification and could not one time. iMessages will come through just fine, but text messages will not. So what do? So the first time we open messages, we need to go to our preferences. So I'm going to go to my dock.
Loop back.
And I'm going to type in
messages, 3 of 34.
Messages. You can hear it's the third item in my dock. If I wanted to move it, I could move it to the left of mail, since sometimes I feel like I use messages more. But I'm happy with where it's at. I'm going to open messages.
Messages.
And by the way, I'm going to be making a lot of references to things we've discussed in previous lessons. So just want you to be aware of that. So first thing I'm going to do is bring up my preferences.
Preferences. General. Dialog. General. Zoom. Dimmed button.
So
toolbar.
What I'm looking for here now is the toolbar. Even though it comes to general by default, that's not where I want to start off if I'm setting up messages for the first time. So I'm going to interact. Now I'm using Monterey, and I mention this because Big Sur, I think you're only going to have 2 tabs in here, but Monterey we've got 3 tabs.
General.
So we
selected.
got general,
button.
As you heard.
iMessage button.
iMessage
shared with you
and
button.
shared with you. And we want
iMessage
our
button.
iMessage
selected
tab. So I selected that with my VO space. We're going to uninteract.
Settings selected. Tab.
And you can see now we have 2 separate tabs within this particular tab. Settings
Blocked. Tab.
and
2 of 2.
blocked.
Apple ID.
The blocked tab is exactly the same as the mail that Chanel showed you last week, so we are not going to get into that one. So the first thing after the blocked tab, I'm just doing my VO right arrow.
Block Apple ID.
And it's showing my Apple ID.
Herbie.allen@gmail.com.
And it's showing where I'm signed in.
Sign out button.
I can sign out from messages.
Enable messages in iCloud. Checked. Checkbox.
Enable messages in iCloud. So this is important. You want to make sure this is checked so that everything is syncing through the cloud rather than having everything separate if you want everything synced up. And you want that checked.
Sync now button.
And there's a sync now button. I will do this usually the first time I enable the cloud just to get everything syncing. But I have done this occasionally when I've noticed like my phone might be getting messages, but my watch is not, or my Mac isn't. I will occasionally use the sync now button to get everything synced back up. So
you can be reached for messages at.
There you go. Now, a lot of the stuff here I mentioned last week. If you know how iMessages works, then you're going to understand this on the Mac as well.
+1 832 693 5559. Checked. Check Herbie.allen@icloud.com. Checked. Checkbox.
So you can see I have mailboxes and phone numbers checked. And I'm just going to keep going through all that.
People are notified when you have read their messages. Send read receipts. Checked. Checkbox.
Went too far. Send read receipts. I have that checked.
When this start new conversations from.
And I'm just doing my VO right arrow.
+1 832 693 5559. Start.
And I can change this by doing a simple down arrow
Menu
if I want.
Herbie.allen@icloud.com.
I can hit enter.
Herbie.allen@icloud.
Or I can down
Menu
arrow
+1
and up arrow to
832
my phone number
693
and change it back. I do believe this changes everything universally. I don't think it's specific to the Mac. But like the phone, you can only have it one outgoing from where your messages come from.
About iMessage and FaceTime and privacy button. Help button. Help button.
And that's it for that.
Toolbar.
So the important thing though is the sync in the cloud, and you want to make sure that is checked. Let's go back to our toolbar.
General button. I shared with you button.
Shared with you
selected.
This is something new they introduced. And basically the idea is you can have apps within apps within apps.
Automatic sharing. On. Turn off button. Content shared in messages can automatically appear in selected apps. When turned off, content that you pin will still appear in apps.
So I guess if somebody shares something with you and it, like say in the news app, it might show up when you launch the news app. I really have not played with this on either system. And so I'm not in a position to really talk about it, but you can make adjustments here.
Table.
And you've got a table you can interact with.
Check photos. Check podcasts. Check.
And so you can uncheck or check things as you desire with whatever shows up on the table.
Turn automatic toolbar. In toolbar.
Let's go to general.
Generals edit display image. But name.
And same concept, interacting, going to it, then uninteracting.
First, last, set up name and photo sharing button.
I can set up name and photo sharing from here if I want.
Keep messages forever. Pop-up button.
Keep messages forever, or I can use the combo box with my down arrow keys to change it if I want.
Application. Notify me about messages from unknown contacts. Checked. Checkbox. Notify me when my name is mentioned. Checked. Checkbox. Autoplay message effects. Checked. Checkbox. Allow full screen effects in the Messages app to autoplay. Play sound effects. Checked. Checkbox.
Play sound effects. So this is for when you get a message.
Message received sound. Note. Default. Pop-up button.
And you can change the sounds here when you do not have the Messages app launched, at least while using an Intel Mac. I've heard this may be different with an M1. I really don't know, but on mine, at least, when you don't have Messages open, you get the custom ding sound, or you can change it to something completely different within the built-in alerts, including classic ones. And when you make a selection, if you want to hear what it is, if you hit enter, it will play it. I don't have a good way of demoing this, since even with screen share, it did not come through.
Text size.
And then the last thing for that is text size.
Chanel Maria.
Okay, I need to see if I can actually get messages to come
loop back,
through
loop
my
back,
system
audio
here.
and mic, new virtual device button.
Because
Delete virtual device.
I
Editor.
think
In
I
the new
can
source.
because
Menu
it's going
button.
to
New
matter
output
for
channels.
part
Button.
of what I
New
want to
source.
show you.
Menu. So running. Accommodate. Message. Text. Messages.
Perfect.
New source.
Okay, so now you'll be able to hear part of this demonstration. All right, so now that we've gone through all of how to set up your messages and make sure everything's working, let's talk about how we can actually talk to people now using messages, which I was very pleased to hear that Jim, at least, has gotten a head start on this, and Merv, I do believe, has as well, so that makes me very pleased.
Messages. Messages.
So I need to talk about two different sections here. There is your table of conversations, and then there's the scroll area of that particular conversation. So I'm going to
Toolbar.
go to the top here, and I'm going to VO right. You can use VOJ, but it kind of gets stuck in loops, so I really don't recommend that method.
Search text. Conversations. Collection.
And we're going to come back to the search field. So here is my table of conversations. I'm going to VO right.
In conversations. Collection. Selected. Schnell. Pinned. Mother. Pinned. Sandhya. Pinned.
So notice something important here. It's telling me conversations that are pinned. And one thing you need to know is with the Mac, when you've got a pinned conversation, it's just going to say the word pinned. But what happens when we get to an unpinned
Mother.
conversation?
Riley. Shane Ann Bryant. Pinned. Anna Ellie Hernandez. Okay, thanks. For some reason I was listening to the wrong program. 14:31.
See, it actually showed me the most recent message she sent me. So that's a disadvantage of pinned conversations. But it will, again, because it's in the cloud, it will follow your iOS, provided you have Big Sur. It'll all work together. But if you are, for some reason, running anything below Big Sur, you will not have pinned conversations on your Mac.
Connie. Pinned.
And if I want to unpin somebody, I can just bring up my context menu real quick.
Unpin.
And there's my unpin, or if I want to even go down further,
Open conversation in separate window.
I can open a conversation in a separate window.
Delete conversation ellipsis.
Or I can delete a conversation.
Details ellipsis.
Go to details.
Hide alerts.
Hide alerts.
Herbie's iPhone. Dimmed. Take photo. And documents. Add sketch. Unpin. Open.
And
Delete
it revolves
conversation
around.
ellipsis.
The one thing I want to show you with the delete conversation.
In dialog. Cancel. Button.
So if I VO left.
Delete. Button. This conversation will be deleted from all of your devices. You cannot undo this action. Would you like to delete this messages alert?
So
Image.
it kind of goes weirdly from right to left instead of left to right. So when I was reading all that, I was going leftwards.
Messages. Would you like to delete this conversation? This conversation will be deleted from all of your devices. You cannot undo this action.
Back to the right, using VO right.
Delete. Button. Cancel. Button. Cancel. Button.
And notice
Message,
that
iMessage,
neither of
edit text.
these
Is
are
editing.
default buttons. So you will have to VO space on the button you want. In this case, I did a VO space on the cancel button. Now, the other thing, so the phone and the Mac both will not read the last conversation because of the word pinned. But one thing the Mac will also not do as well that the phone is better at. The Mac is not always reliable when it comes to reading the most recent conversation if the pinned conversation is unread. So that's something else that you do need to be aware of. But I digress. So
search text
let's
conversation.
go to our conversations table here, and we're going to go to the top.
Selected. Schnell. Pinned.
And notice, even though I was playing around with the message from Connie, it did not change windows. That's because I actually did not select Connie. I was just pointed to her. So I'm actually still selected on the Chanel conversation. So now I can see my conversation with history with her. So let's do that.
Out of conversation.
Interact.
Vertical split. Chanel Marie Allen. +18324775303.
So now it's giving me details as I go to the right.
Chanel Marie Allen. +1832. Messages. Collection.
I've got messages collection. We're going to come back to that. If I VO right
Apps
again.
button.
Apps. This is where you can deal with apps within messages, like Apple Pay and whatnot.
Message. iMessage. Edit text. Is editing.
iMessage. Notice it says text editing. So when you're getting to somebody's conversation this way, it usually will let you write in the field off the bat without having to do anything extra.
Record audio button. Emoji picker button.
There you go.
Emoji record. Chanel Marie Allen.
Okay,
messages.
so let's look at our conversation history.
In messages.
And you can go backwards, by the way, through your history with the heading navigation. It is not the most reliable, though, as it'll kind of take you through each day. It kind of works and it kind of doesn't, but I do have an easier time on the Mac by a little bit if I want to go back through older messages than I do on the phone.
Comma. Chanel has notifications silenced.
So I did a VO end, and it told me that she has notifications silenced. Again, this is one of the benefits now with Monterey and iOS 15 that we can see somebody's Do Not Disturb status.
Heading. Read. Link. Your iMessage. Apple. Apple.com. One image. 14.
Hey, there's a link. We're going to come back to that.
Chanel Marie Allen. File type audio attached. Audio message CAF. 14.
Oh,
55.
we got... And we got a file type.
Your iMessage. How are you today? Chanel Marie Allen. Heading. Chanel Marie Allen. File type audio attached. Chanel Marie Allen. Attachment demonstration RTF. 10. Heading. Today text. Chanel Marie Allen. Audio message. 19.
Hey,
46.
we got an audio
20
message.
Seconds.
So notice we have different types of messages here, and I can see what they are. So
Your iMessage. Heading. Chanel Marie Allen. Attachment demonstration RTF. 10.
I want to show
Heading.
you something,
Today
though.
14.
Let's say I want to read a text that Chanel sent me.
Chanel Marie Allen. Hello. You love this. 14.
So it told me that she wrote the word hello, and it told me how I reacted to the message.
Heading. Heading.
But she also sent me an audio message, and I can very easily play that on my Mac if I want.
Chanel Marie Allen. Audio message. 19. 46. 20 seconds. Button.
And I can even see how
Message
long
received
it is.
from Chanel. Hello again.
Hey, she sent me another message. How do you like that? And one other thing I forgot to mention with message sounds, by the way, is once you're actually in the conversation window, if you get another message from somebody else, it will play a custom tone if you have it for them. But not if you have messages closed or if you're out of the Messages app. So I'm going to now play the message just by doing a VO space.
Hello, this is your test audio message. Again, I repeat, this is your test audio message.
Did that come through there,
button.
Chanel?
Send button. FaceTime
Yes.
button. Per Allen.
Okay. Just makes me nervous because
Button.
I'm having to
Button.
use, like I said, a different setup.
Send.
So
Stop. Send button.
having to hear all that voiceover jabber, one of the things, guys, I really like to do when people send me really long audio messages is because I can, unlike the phone, you can have multiple things going on at the same time. So I can have a baseball game going and somebody sends me a 5-minute long audio message. I'll listen to like the first 30 seconds to a minute. It gives me an idea of what they want. Then I'll just let the thing play through while I can go back to my baseball game or writing Word documents or whatnot. Now, there are some things I can actually do with this message, and I'm going to bring up my Actions menu,
Actions menu. 6 items.
and we're going to go down.
Copy.
I can copy. Yes, indeed. That's a major difference between the Mac and the phone is you can actually copy somebody's audio message and paste it in another location.
Reply. React. Press. React.
And
Prep. Show menu. Jump to iMessage. Message edit. Jump to prep. Reply.
what
React.
we want here is React. I'm going to VO space on
React.
that.
Chanel Marie Allen. Audio message. 19. Thumbs up. Button.
And
Heart
I've
button.
got my
Thumbs up
ones
button.
that you're used to seeing on iOS.
Selected. Thumbs up. Button. Search text field. Press Control. Option. Space to begin editing. Search.
And there you go. I just reacted to her message. And what it does is it takes me to the search field. Why? I don't know.
Chanel Marie. Messages. Apps. Messages. In messages.
So I see that I have some attachments from Chanel. This
Chanel
is
Marie
totally
Allen.
cool.
Heading. Link. Chanel Marie Allen. File type audio attached. Audio message CAF. 14.
Okay,
55.
let's take a look
Button.
at this audio message.
Show next item.
Window.
Group.
Okay, that was a quick message.
Audio message. Show next item. Group. Full screen. Show audio. Display index sheet. Button. Share file. Open with VLC. Button. Preview. Image. Time. 0. Play pop. 0 0. Toggle. 1 second.
So
Timeline.
what
Chanel.
it did is it brought up a preview of the attachment if I did VO space. But let's say I actually want to save the attachment. You can try a regular copy and paste, but that it can be unreliable.
Your Chanel Marie Allen.
So what I like to do is bring up
Actions
my
menu.
actions
Sit
menu,
copy.
and then I can copy.
Copy Chanel Marie Allen. File type audio attach. Doc. Messages. Open. Finder.
And
Open.
we're gonna
Radio
go to a
34.
folder
Ems.
within my
Empowerment
Finder.
Energy Radio. Radio. Group. Chanel. Folder.
I've got a Chanel folder here. I'm just going to paste it in there.
Paste item.
And voila, I've got that audio calf message now. And if I VO right,
Audio message calf. Group.
so there you go. I can now actually save an audio message that Chanel sent me. It's saved as a core audio file. So if you want it in a different format, you can use something like Amadeus Pro to convert it, or just include it in whatever audio project you're doing, whatever. So that is something we can do with iMessages on the Mac that we cannot do on the phone. Not easily, anyway. So let's take a look here, because I say we have some other attachments.
Your iMessage. Chanel Marie Allen. Hello. Heading. Today. Chanel Marie Allen. File type audio attached. 5,535 divided by 20 emerald percent 20 plant percent 20 CTM4A. 10. 56. Button.
Hey, she sent me an audio file. So if I VO space on this again.
Show next item.
Hello,
Group.
I am playing with voice memos. I don't know if audio attachments are any different from regular attachments, but I thought I'd check out the voice memos app on my Mac. How about that?
I think that's a good idea.
Full screen. Close. Button.
And again, I could open it in VLC.
Chanel Marie.
I can just escape out of this. And you know what? I want this audio file. I'm going to, again,
Actions
copy
menu.
it.
Copy Chanel Marie Allen. Finder. Chanel.
But
Chanel.
you know what? I don't really want it sitting in my messages because I'm going to move this over to Dropbox. And I'm going to go back to my Chanel folder and I'm going to do a move instead of a paste.
Move item here.
And now it is actually out of messages.
Message.
But here's where it gets fun. Messages will not make that clear to you. It's still going to show up in your message history.
Chanel Marie Allen. File type audio attached. 5,535 divided by 20 emerald percent 20 plant percent 20 C.
But if I do my preview,
Quick look. Show next item. Group.
notice nothing plays.
Display index sheet. Share file. Open with VLC. Button. Preview. Image. 5,000. Pre-open with VLC.
And if I were to open
Chanel
the VLC, nothing would happen. If I decide I want it back in messages, I can simply do a redo with Command-Shift-Z. I don't remember if we went over that command on the file, and it'll put it back in messages. So, same with the text file.
Chanel Marie Allen. Attachment demonstration RTF. 10.
I could have it launch in a preview, or I can copy the attachment and save it. But there's something else I want to show you that's also cool. Now, I have to deal with situations where I'm putting in form data and people will send me information via iMessage, not email. Used to be a very frustrating thing, but thanks to the Mac, not anymore.
Chanel Marie Allen. Hello again. 19. 24.
I got this hello again message. I'm going to do my actions menu, and this is a message that does not have an attachment.
Actions menu. 7. Copy.
I'm going to copy
Chanel
by
Marie
hitting enter.
Loop back. Zoom us. Text edit. May 17th, 2022.
We're
New
going
line.
to go to the bottom of the
New
file
line.
here, and I'm just going to paste.
Again. Hello again.
And voila, Chanel's entire message is right there in that
Undo hello again.
field. I'm going to
Paste style.
move that
New line?
out of there. But now I can edit the message from here how I normally would with putting it wherever it needs to go. So there you go. You can paste a text of a message right there into your Word file, text file, whatever. And you can also do it vice versa.
Close tab.
So
in
for
dialog.
instance,
Alert. Cancel. Revert change. Edit tab.
If I wanted to show
Caption
Chanel
to
the
it.
student roster, I can do a select all.
May 17th, 2000. Copy.
Copy.
Messages.
Go to my message
Add up
field.
app. Message iMessage. Message iMessage. Edit text.
Make sure I'm selecting. I can then do my paste.
New line. Apps. But May 17th, 2022.
And it said Herbie's
Chanel
typing,
Allen.
by the
T.A.
way.
Herbie Allen. T.A. Alabama.
Yep.
Allen. Majulo. Mickey Keck. Mervin Keck. Diane.
And it won't display it nicely, but if I hit enter, there, I've just sent her the entire student roster via text, iMessage. So again, using very simple commands, you can treat messaging a lot like an email.
Text edit. Text.
But
Text.
let's say Chanel sends me back, you know what, this is a bunch of crap. Well,
Messages. Chanel Marie Allen. Chanel Marie Allen loved May 17th, 2022. Chanel Allen. T.A. Herbie Allen. T.A.
and you can tell it just read me part of the message she
Close
left.
tab. In dialogue. Alert. Cancel. Cancel. Revert. You can revert to undo. Edit text.
Okay, I want to save changes.
Close tab.
Thank
Student
you.
roster. Text. Window. Close
So,
window.
let's say Chanel says to me,
Messages.
Herb, this is a bunch of crap. I need to see the file in its original format.
Finder.
And
Finder.
I am a modern person, by the way. I don't do email.
Chanel Herbie.
Ain't got
Fault
time
Chanel.
for it.
Chanel.
Well, that's not a problem.
iBug.
I just go
Announce Mac Buzz
to...
messages. Chanel Marie Allen. Send me the file. By the way. Mac
Yes,
Buzz announcements.
ma'am.
RTF. Mac training. Folder. Applications.
So
group.
all I have to do is I go
Student
here.
notes and attendance. Group. 31-2053-510-2022. May 17th, 2020.
Oops, I saved it in the wrong spot, but we'll fix that
Copy
later.
May 17th, 2000.
So now I just copy the file. I don't have it opened. I'm just copying.
Messages. One new messages.
I go here. I paste.
Attachment PNG.
Just
file,
like I'm
image,
doing
new
an
lot.
email. I hit enter. And now she's actually got the original file in her attachments that she can view
Chanel is typing.
however she wants. And see, it says Chanel's typing.
Message received from Chanel. Got it. Thanks.
And there you go. That is what a real conversation can be like. And just one of the things that I really find useful about the Mac. It's not that you can't do some of the stuff on the phone. It's just a lot harder because you have to deal with share sheets or the way it copies and pastes and stuff. So you can now send stuff instantaneously to people, not having to wait on them checking their email, stuff like that. Just two things to keep in mind. You can send large attachments. I don't know what the limit is, but I do think it's a lot more than email. But the larger the attachment, the more time it's going to take to send. And it will use the other person's storage. So just maybe if you're going to send people like large files that are like a gig or whatever, it might still be better to use a file sharing service. Anyway, so that's that. Okay, what if I want to send a new message to somebody? Well, I want to send a new message to this Chanel person. So I've already shown you how I can do it while I'm in the text field in the search or whatever, but what if I've never written to Chanel before and I want to do it for the first time? Well, I'm going to do my new command. And you all know what that is, right?
New message. 2. Edit.
Good, I am glad you do. And this is exactly like how email works. I can type in her name or browse contacts.
Chanel Chan. Insertion at end of text. 2. Edit text. Is editing. Chan. 13 point. Black. iBug facilitators. Chanel. iBug jumpstart.
Except now I'll see the different groups that Chanel
Chanel
is
Marie Allen.
in.
Delete Cha. Added.
And I'm just going to hit enter on Chanel's Allen by arrowing back up to her name. I'm going to via right.
Messages. Message iMessage. Edit text. Press Control. Option. Space to begin editing.
All right, notice something important here. It did not say iMessage editing. It actually told me that I needed to do VO space to actually be able to edit this field.
Message iMessage. Edit text. Is editing.
And now it's saying iMessage edit text. And now I can write
Hello.
my message.
Space. How are you? Today. Period.
Wait
Space.
a minute, did I misspell something? Oh dear, I'm going to do my spell check. I learned this from TextEdit. Let's do command
Toy day.
comma. Ooh,
Select-
I misspelled toy day. So I'm sorry, I did my command semicolon. Now I'm going to do my context menu.
Menu. Today.
And arrow down once to today.
Hello. How are you today?
And voila, now I can
selected.
spell check my text messages. Now with longer messages, I have had issues with the spell checker freezing up.
Selection.
So
Message,
what I
iMessage,
recommend, and I have done this, if you're going to send a longer message, you should write in a text file instead and then paste it into the message. And you can just spell check from within the text file before you paste it into the message field. So there you go. And Chanel just messaged me. It did
In
not
message,
read
comma,
it to me.
Chanel has notification. Chanel Marie Allen. Great. I'm listening to this fabulous presentation about messages. 19.
And by the way, you can also use Siri on the Mac to send messages as well. So just something else to keep in mind. But I'd say save that for iOS because you've got more flexible Mac options. All right. Now, what if I wanted to search for somebody?
Your iMessage, Chanel Marie Allen. Out of
I
messages.
need to get
collection.
out of this.
Toolbar. Search text field.
And I'm going to search for
search text field.
mother. So I've got a VO space on the search field. And let's type in mother. And let's VO
clear
right.
text button.
I've got a clear text button. Let's VO
search
right
results
again.
for mother collection.
And let's see my search results.
In search. Mother and Chanel. Mother.
So if I VO left to make sure I'm at the top.
Mother and Chanel.
Mother and Chanel.
More results will be shown once messages finishes indexing. Conversations.
And now it's going to show me conversations that have the word mother.
Show more button. Megan Eason. Hey there, I'm just gonna continue my show next week because of Mother's Day and stuff, so that gives your ton to work on the Dropbox and everything, so I'll just do it next. Mother. Happy US Mother's Day, May 8th, 2000. Belinda Collins. I thought I responded to this message last night, but apparently I did not. LOL. I'm thinking we should probably not do the sports call this weekend because of Mother's Day.
See, what do you know? It's referencing things that have that keyword I just searched for. And I can pick on somebody if I VO space.
Belinda Collins. Text. I thought
Now I can text Belinda if I want to, because I VO spaced on her name. So that can be useful in trying to find key phrases. Now, what if, like, say you're searching for a message that is buried from, like, several years ago. I don't know how reliable that would be, but you do, again, have an option. Now, something else that's important.
Your iMessage heading went out of messages.
I've decided I want to go back and text something important to Chanel.
Belinda Collins. Belinda vertical splitter. Search results for Belinda messages collection. Vertical search with mother. Search results for mother collection.
I'm still in the search results.
Mother toolbar. Mother.
So
search
let's go
field,
back to my search
mother.
text field.
Insertion
I'm going to VO space on
search
that.
results vertical mother. Insertion at end of text search with mother. Insertion edit.
Oh, fine. I have to delete
mother.
all by
Selection
doing
delete.
the Command A, then delete.
Clear text button.
Then I can VO right to my clear
text. Search text.
And now I'm back to my normal messages conversation. So now that we've done that, how about audio messages? This is something else that, again, is a lot easier on the Mac. And I'm going
Belinda
to
Collins,
pick
vertical
on Chanel.
conversation.
I don't want to send
In
an audio
conversation
message to Belinda. I want to send it to Chanel.
Selected. Chanel.
So I'm now on that table. I did my VO home to go back up to Chanel because she's number one. VO spaced on that.
Out of conversation.
And interact.
Emoji picker button.
VO end to the emoji. By the way, you can do emojis on the Mac, but you might be better off using the Rocket app, which Chanel did a demonstration of, and you can find that on my YouTube channel. I'm going to VO left once.
Record audio button.
And record audio. Now, why do I say this is better than the phone? Because, unlike the phone, we do not have to hold the button. We can record the audio, it'll pick it up from our default mic, and I can show you how it works. So,
record audio, stop
notice I get the recording sound just like what you expect from the phone and voice memos. I'm sitting here jabbering away. Jab, jabbering. By the way, folks, just a friendly reminder that after Mac and Talk the following week, we do have an unofficial review session the following week. It will be on Tuesday. It will be on the call where you do get the review sessions we've been doing on Thursday. And it's going to be comprehensive, going through the entire Mac course from A to Z, the Alpha, the Omega, you know what?
Messages collection.
So if I VO left several times, I'm going to VO right once.
Cancel recording button.
I can cancel this recording.
0042.
I can see how long the recording is, but if I VO right once.
Stop recording audio button.
Or I can VO right one more time,
stop recording,
which takes me to the end of the screen, and stop recording audio.
Search text field. Press Control.
And
Option.
now I'm going to do a VO end.
Send recording button.
I can send the recording, or if I don't want to do that, I can VO left.
Recording length 52 seconds.
I can see the recording length.
Play button.
Or I can even play it back.
Pause button.
Notice I get the recording sound just like what you expect from the phone and voice memos. I'm shut up.
Play button.
Oh, hey, I get to tell myself to shut up. Isn't that great? Anyway, I'm going to VO
send recording button.
To send.
Send record audio button.
So, one thing you do need to know though with audio messages It's tricky if you're wanting to send somebody a new message and you want to send it as
Message
an audio
received
message.
from Chanel. Chanel laughed at an audio message.
There you go. Chanel left an audio message. If I want to send a new person audio message,
New message.
so let's
2.
pick on
Edit text.
Chanel.
Is that a chain? Insert Chanel Marie Allen. 8.
So I want to send Chanel a new message, and whenever I do Command N, by the way, even if I have a conversation history, it always is going to treat it like a new message. I'm going to VON
Emoji
to
picker.
the
Record audio
button.
Record. Stop
And
recording
I'm
audio
going to send
button.
audio message number 2 real briefly. How are you today? By the way, happy anniversary. Did you know it's our anniversary coming up?
Stop recording. Search
Oh,
I'm
that would be embarrassing to send that. But
Emoji
I'm
picker
going to send
button.
it anyway. I'm doing my VON.
Emoji
I've got
picker
an emoji
button.
picker.
Message received from Chanel. Yes. Attachment PNG. File image. Insertion at
Okay,
end of
so
text.
now
Message. Edit
notice
text.
it's treating the audio message like an attachment.
Attachment PNG.
So
File
I
image.
have to VO
Insertion at beginning of
space
text.
on the message
Search.
and hit enter. So, and I don't get my options for reviewing the message. So if I want to get around this and I'm sending a new message to somebody, I'll send them a text message first just to get things established, and then I'll send an audio message. So that is something important you need to know when sending audio messages via the Mac. Okay, last. Let's see if I can find somebody to
text
show you on this. And this, by the way, was also talked about in the reading material.
Income mug set mug right I Shane Connie and iBug Alexa Kathy King +1 Lucy +1
here we go.
814-499-4572 Hi 12
Well, hi to you
41
too.
Selected
You've got a job to do, and you're gonna serve a purpose. So you truly do not know who this person is, and I think it's a spammer, honestly, so I'm not even gonna give them the time of day. But they can serve a noble cause. Let's say I actually do know who this person is.
Armando Lucy Edmonds. Selected.
I can uninteract
Out of conversation.
after selecting their
Collection.
phone number.
+1 8 messages.
I can go to the messages, and then if I want to do some extra stuff to them, I can do a Command I.
Show in conversation details table. Group.
And now I've
Conversation
got my conversation details. And by the way, I did not know you could do this with Command I until I read the thing that was included in the syllabus. So
conversation
I can now
details.
interact.
Call +1 814-499-4572.
And I don't care if their phone number gets published because I think they're a spammer. So I'm going to VO right
Call
once.
button.
I can call them.
Video dimmed button.
If they had FaceTime, the video would not be dimmed.
Share dimmed button.
I can share
Mail,
stuff to
dimmed
them.
button.
I can mail if there was an email address.
Info button.
Or go to info.
Send my current location button.
I could send them my current location.
Share my location pop up button. Text. You are currently sharing your location from Herbie's iPhone. Hide alerts off space. Hide text info button.
But if I go to info,
Insert text first edit text.
I can now add them as a contact. So I'm just going to call them Spammer. And this brings up my contacts app, by the way. So the first name is Spammer, if I
Pop
feel
over.
right.
Contact picker table company edit text. Spammer contents company last edit text.
I'm VO right arrowing. I've got company last.
Contacts button. Contact info table.
And then I can go into the contact info table.
iPhone phone +1 814-499-4572 mobile remove phone.
And what do you know? It says the phone number that's mobile. If I want to adjust this, I can go interact in here.
Remove mobile pop up button.
Go to the pop-up button.
iPhone
And
pop up button.
VO space on
iPhone
that
out
to
+1
adjust
iPhone
it.
phone iPhone pop up button. Add up
And
contact
then if
info.
I uninteract, if I VO and
Create button.
I've got the create.
Cancel.
But you know what? I actually don't want to add them. I want to cancel.
Search text.
So that's a real quick way of how you can add somebody to contacts. And there you go. Okay, now let's talk about links, because this is super important and super cool about the Mac. We can easily share and receive links in iMessages with no problems whatsoever. So if I want to, let's say I'm browsing my
Twitterific.
Twitter.
15
I'm going to
Twitterific.
open my
Messages.
Twitterific here.
At iBug.
And I'm just looking
Talk
here.
description to me. When we do our episode on number Star Wars, I shouldn't use a Darth Vader voice to deliver the number audio description, right?
No, you should.
Life hacker. 13 of the most misheard lyrics.
Safari.
HTTP
Hey,
untitled
this
// web
article
content.
sounds cool. And you
13,
know what? I think
90%
Chanel would find this interesting
13
as
of the
well.
most misheard lyrics in music history. Web content.
And by the way, this site is not the most accessible. I'm going to do my address
Open
bar
location.
command.
https://
I'm going to
Select
all, copy,
quit Safari, Twitterific, messages.
and I'm going to show you what happens
Close,
when I
but
send a link that includes
conversations.
a message.
Now. Selected. Out of message apps button. Message iMessage. Edit text. Is edited. Check. This. Out. Space. Delete. It's cool. Exclamation space. App messages. Chanel Marie.
Yep,
App.
I'm
Check this out.
messaging
It's
Chanel.
cool. Space.
So I'm at the end of the message.
Life hacker.
I'm just going to paste the link, hit
Delete
send,
content equals life hacker.
and it did a whoosh sound twice because it's sending the message as a separate message from the link.
Apps button. Messages.
And now if I was to interact
in
in
messages.
here, I'm going to
Collection.
view
Comma.
end.
Chanel has notified. Read 19. Link. Your iMessage. 13 of the most misheard lyrics in music history. Lifehacker.com. One image.
So what
19.
it's doing is
48.
it's showing the title of the website from the link, and I can view space on the link if I want to
Your
open
iMessage.
it.
13 of the most misheard lyrics. 13
And
of the most.
voila, Safari
Lifehacker logo.
opens.
Link.
But
Messages.
let's say you have a situation like YouTube is a little bit interesting. It will actually try to play the video when you load the link. So let's say you get a link that it's showing up in a way that you don't like. Well, there's something
Read
you
19.
can actually
Link.
do.
Your iMessage.
We can bring up our actions,
Actions menu. Pin. Copy. Copy link. Your iMessage. 13 of them.
And I guess you can pin the link too, so it's at the top.
Dot.
I can
Twitter.
go
Safari.
to
Open.
Safari
15 of 34.
or
Google Chrome.
I can go
Messages.
to Chrome in this case if I want.
Chrome. New tab. Google.
And then I can paste.
https://lifehacker.com/13-of.
I've got the link that was just sent to me.
Chrome.
And then I can
Lifehacker.com.
hit enter and
Lifehacker.com.
voila. So that
New
is
tab.
how we
13
can
of the most misheard lyrics.
deal with links within iMessages. Okay.
May 17th. 7:49.
Okay, we are still doing good time-wise then. All right, so now that we've done everything that we can do with messages, you can do things within the menu bar, like set a default downloads location and all that. I really don't bother with that because I can just copy and paste or copy and move wherever I want. So, there you go. Well, let's talk a little bit about FaceTime.
Messages. Doc. Google Chrome.
So with FaceTime,
Finder. Open. FaceTime. One
It's
new
on
item.
my dock.
Messages. FaceTime. FaceTime. Window. FaceTime. Window. Create link. Button.
I've got a create link. So this is something you can do if you want to create one of those group conversations. You can create the link and then you can paste it wherever you want, including, messages. Especially if you're messaging like an Android user or whatever, you just do that simple copy and paste.
New FaceTime. Button.
I can start a new FaceTime call. I usually prefer, though, to use Siri to call somebody.
Recent calls. Collect recent calls. In recent today section.
And I've got my recent calls. I've got the different sections.
Yesterday. This week section. Yes. Today section.
And if I interact,
In section SE. Sean Clark. Today. Text. STA. Timothy Appleby. Chanel Marie Allen. FaceTime. KB. Kim Brooks. 13.
and there you go. I can see who's called me. I can interact
5
with
item.
them.
Kim Brooks. Image. Call. Image. 13. 30.
And it doesn't do me much good. But
Out of
if I
Chanel
interact
KB, Kim
and
Brooks.
I do a context menu.
FaceTime. Show contact card. FaceTime. FaceTime audio. Call using iPhone. +1 402. Remove from recents. Block this color. Show contact card. FaceTime. KB.
And there you go. Now, how do I make sure that FaceTime is fully working with my phone? I'm glad you asked. There are a couple of steps, again, very similar to what you would do with iMessages in your phone. Make sure that you allow calls on other devices. It does help to have your Wi-Fi calling turned on as well. And that's under phone and settings. And then in the Mac, we go to preferences.
Preference. SharePlay. Tab. Set preference. Settings. Selected. Tab.
We've got
1 of 3.
three
SharePlay.
tabs,
Locked. Tab.
including
3.
SharePlay, which is new to iOS 15 and Monterey.
Apple ID. Herbie. Sign out. Enable this account. Checked. Checkbox.
Enable this account. So you've got to make sure that's enabled.
You can be reached for FaceTime at table. Calls from iPhone. Checked. Check. Use your iPhone T-Mobile.
Calls from iPhone. Make sure that's checked, and that will integrate it fully with your phone so you can use your Mac to make phone calls the way you would on your phone. And it's a lot more accessible over the years. You can even use the keypad. And I used to have trouble with that back with Catalina.
Update emergency address button. Wi-Fi calls require an address to help emergency response service. About Wi-Fi calling and private automatic prominence. Speaking, checked. Check during group face. Allow live photos to be captured during video calls. Start new calls
You
from.
recognize this from iOS
Plus
FaceTime
ringtone
as well.
Classic. Pop-up
You can
button.
change the
Location.
ringtone here.
United States. Default for calls. FaceTime. Default for calls. Pop-up about FaceTime and privacy.
And there's a default for calls. I'm not sure what that is. But let's say you have an issue where you're not hearing the person or they're not hearing you. How do you fix that? Well, we go into our menu bar.
Menu bar. App. FaceTime.
And we right arrow once.
FaceTime. About FaceTime. Preference. Turn face. Remove all services.
We don't do anything there. We go to the right again,
Services.
actually.
Submenu. Activity mon. Services.
No,
Preference.
I
Face.
want-
Remove all recents. KB.
Let's try
Kim
this
Brooks.
again. Let's
Menu
go to
bar.
our menu bar.
Edit video.
And we're going to right arrow to where it says video and
Video.
going to
Menu.
down.
Mute. Dimmed. Command shift. Always on top. Use portrait. Enter full screen. Microphone. Dimmed.
And microphone. This is the important one.
Check mark. Use system setting. Aggregate audio device. USB audio device. Yeti stereo microphone. MacBook Pro
So
microphone.
I can give it a specific microphone if I want.
Mic. Video and mic. Zoom audio device. Output. Dimmed. Check mark. Use system setting. USB audio device. Yeti stereo microphone.
Same as with
Mac
the
mic,
output.
video. Zoom,
Input
mute.
is the mic, output is the
Always
headphone.
on. Use portrait.
And
KB. Kim Brooks.
there you go. Now, how do I answer a FaceTime call? Well, now I can actually show you. Chanel, go ahead and call me real quick.
Messages.
And she is currently in the process of doing that. And okay, Siri's giving her a hard time. So what will happen is, like, you will voiceover may go quiet, like, but other audio will definitely go quiet when you're answering a call. But if you're using,
Oh, it's not letting me. I wonder, maybe because I have do not disturb. Let me.
that shouldn't matter.
FaceTime audio, Herbie Allen. iPhone.
FaceTime
There we
notification
go.
in notifications list.
So notice I got a FaceTime notification. It's ringing on my Mac as well as the phone. If I interact,
Accept button.
you won't hear the ringing on my Mac, by the way. I can accept,
Decline button.
decline,
Decline options. Pop up
decline
button.
options if I want to send a rejected text
FaceTime
message.
audio.
It's telling me that it's a FaceTime audio call if I view right again.
Image. Chanel Marie Allen.
And who's calling at the
Chanel
very
Marie
end.
Allen. Accept window.
So now I can accept the call. Hello. And they cannot hear
Messages.
you at
Twitterific.
the moment. But
Finder.
I will
Loop
fix
back.
that.
Loop back. Loop output channel 2 to you. Add delete. New monitor. Menu button. New output
So
channel. New
let's
source.
do
Menu.
this.
Next. Run. FaceTime. New source.
Okay, say something.
I'm saying something. I am happy to be here and talking a bunch of, well, la 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 la, because I don't know what to say other than this is an awesome presentation. And yeah,
You say
you probably
that.
want me to shut up by now.
No.
No.
Actually, if you want to finish teaching the class, I'm getting tired. Anyway.
I think you pretty much taught it.
Messages. Yeti stereo
I
microphone.
don't know. So
Face-
what I
notifications
specifically did
list
is tell
and
Siri to
accept
make a
button.
FaceTime audio call.
Yes.
I don't know if it's important to differentiate
It is.
between those two.
It is, because otherwise it will assume you want to do FaceTime video, and I do not always answer FaceTime video calls unless that's prearranged. Also, again, on your Mac, you can use Siri to say call blah blah blah, and it will work just like how it does on your iPhone. And what options do I
Notifications
have here?
list.
So even though it says
Notifications list. In
notifications,
notifications.
if I interact, you're going to
back.
be difficult.
Face-
Okay,
in notification.
this window can be a little bit interesting.
Image. Chanel Marie Allen.
There we go.
01. 20.
So it's giving me a call time, 1 minute, 20 seconds.
FaceTime video call button.
I can switch to a FaceTime video call.
Mute toggle button.
I can mute,
End button.
or I can
End
end.
button.
And I can also end with Command W or Command Q. So let's just do that. Oh, Command Q won't work, but
Mute end
oh,
button.
I guess Command W will not
Let
work.
me
either.
try.
End
Here, I'll
button.
just VO space in the end button.
Loop back.
There we go. And that is that. So since I think we have a little bit of time, I want to go into just a tad bit more detail on contacts. And I will be merciful. I won't include contacts in the actual questions,
Contacts. 8 of 34.
because this is a very brief lesson, not a full blown on thing.
Loop
but
back.
if
Loop
I
to
want
contacts.
to
Contacts.
create contacts or browse my contacts, I can open the Contacts app and
Search text field.
got a
Blank.
search field. I can use that.
Image. Chanel Marie Allen. Contact list table. Chanel Marie Allen.
It shows
Selected.
me the last contact I'm pointed to. I can interact with this table.
In contact list. Juan Ali Saya. Ali. Alexa reminders. Cap. A. Herbert
And
Allen.
just like the phone, I
Cap.
can browse my
Watch.
contacts.
Herbie Allen. Kayla Allen. Tony Allen. Monique Angulo. Timothy Appleby. Eric Archer. Cap. E. Mark Bayarjan. Nick Baker. Dan Bates. Amy Baxter. Nick Baker.
Okay, we'll pick on
Out of
Nick. I
contact.
can uninteract.
Message. Home. Video. Dimmed. Video.
And because he doesn't have FaceTime or anything like that, the video is dimmed. And if I want to create a new contact, I can
New card.
go to
First. Edit text. Test.
my new command. We'll call them test.
Last. Edit text.
Then contact.
Group. Vertical splitter. Group list. Table. All contact.
I can add them to a specific
Row
group if
row
I
10.
want them
Row
as
6 expanded.
contacts, iCloud.
Vertical company. Edit text. Scroll area. Company. Unchecked. Contact info. Table.
If I check company, it just makes them a work contact. And then
Add. Contact.
I can go to contact info, interact with that.
Mobile phone. Mobile pop-up button.
Let's create a phone number for them.
Mobile. Pop-up button. Mobile phone. Edit text.
So we will say it's
6. Insertion at end of text. Mobile. Edit text. 6112.
Oh, let's give them a phone number. So let's say 612-340-0998.
612,340. 6,123,400,998.
There you go.
6,120
I
out
can
of
interact.
iPhone pop up 612 empty cell iPhone phone 6 in mobile pop up button
If I want them to be an iPhone, I can via
menu
space.
iPhone Apple Watch home work app iPhone
Make them an
iPhone.
iPhone.
Out of
I can interact.
iPhone phone empty cell row 3 home email home pop up button
Same with an email address. I can interact with here and give them an email address.
empty cell ringtone
I can
pop-up,
give a customized ringtone.
empty cell text tone
text
empty cell
tone.
home page URL empty birthday
URL, birthday.
empty home username
I can even
home
add stuff.
note out of share card
Uninteract.
button done button add menu button
And
done button
done. And one thing with the contact card is if you share it on the Mac, you can actually create a physical contact card. It's not like the iPhone where it just goes into your thing. It's a true physical contact card that's in a VCF
Share card.
format.
Edit button. Add. Contact info. Table. Mail. Video. Message. Scroll area.
I'll show
Test
you how
contact.
this works.
TC. Vertical. Search
20
text. Test message. But scroll area. In scroll area. Test contact list. Cap. C. Contact list. Cap. C.
Okay,
Add
so-
message. iPhone. Video. Mail. Contact info. Table. Add. Menu.
There's
Edit button.
what I want.
Group
This
list.
part's a little
Vertical.
bit
Search
interesting,
vertical split
but
TC.
If I want to get out of
Test
here,
contact. Scroll area. In contact list. Table. In contact list.
I can interact with the contact list.
Test contact.
And
Copy.
if I copy, I go to messages. Let's
Chanel Marie
see.
Allen. New line. Your iMessage. Link. Your iMessage. Add up. App test contact. Insertion at end of text. Message. Edit text. Is editing. App messages.
No, we'll have sent it to
your
Chanel.
iMessage. Test contact. 2000. Group.
At least I think it sent it to her as an attachment.
Con-
But there you go. And if I want to delete it, I simply do
dialog,
Command
alert,
delete, and it is gone. And so that's also makes it very easy to delete contacts on the Mac, and they'll go away on your phone. And with that, I think we will open it up to questions.
All right. So,
Hey, Herbie.
oh, Herbie, you'll have to unmute.
Well,
Herbie. Uh-oh.
oh, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Currently unmuted.
Yep, we're good, though. Chanel, you're super quiet.
I just wanted you to know this is Kim. I'm here. I came in about 12 after, so I was late.
Okay.
But I just wanted you to know.
All right. Thank you.
Currently
We're
audio.
glad you're here. And Chanel, can
More
you
options.
check
View,
your
but meeting
mic?
and
You were, like,
original sound
super
option.
quiet.
Pause. Stop. Mute my audio submenu. Menu. Aggregate audio. US MacBook Pro mic. Video and mic.
Do we still have a Chanel? You are muted. Yes, you are.
No.
All right, folks, I guess it's the night of gremlins, but you know what? I think we defied them. I made this.
All right, I have
There we
re-plugged
go.
this in. It was.
That's
I
much better.
checked the volume and everything, but all right, I was just being stupid. Okay. Yes, thanks for letting us know, Kim. And yeah, I was just testing to see if I got that contact.
Yeah, I heard Tim come in a while ago, too.
Are there any other questions, Herbie? Do you?
I have
I'm
a
still
question.
here. Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, go
Oh,
ahead,
who-
Tim.
hey, so on contacts, sometimes on contacts, I find that a contact person is duplicated. And on the duplicate entry, it says Siri found in mail. So it's like it's creating a second contact.
Yeah.
How come, is there a way to stop that?
Siri just tries to be smart. You'd have to really go into the Siri settings. I think you can tell her to stop some of that stuff.
Yeah, you can try to turn off suggestions, but there's also like you might see duplicates just because too there are different types of contact groups on the Mac. There's all iCloud, there's all on my Mac, there's all whatever, but and you can also in the contacts app there used to be a way for it to show you and remove duplicates.
Yeah, that part I find easier on the phone for duplicates.
The phone shows you
The
phone's never-
phone. Well, I take that back. The phone will let you merge contacts if you have duplicates, and let's say one contact has email address and another one has the phone number.
Yeah, but in contacts you
Right.
can.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah. And I don't. I'd have
Yeah,
to play
look
with
for
that a little bit more.
duplicates. It's under card in the contacts app.
All right.
I have another question.
Sure.
Yep.
Since I just got this new phone and called it iPhone 3 or something, and then I turned the old phone on as well because theoretically it does Wi-Fi calling, but apparently the Mac did not see that phone. And I don't, does it have to be an actual landline phone to be seen and to be able to do the messages?
No, it should be once you're logged into. Have you made sure that phone is logged into your iCloud account?
I'll have to double check that. Yeah.
'Cause that's
And you
an
did
important
not
thing.
send me that. You just copied the phrase test contact. You
I wasn't sure. I was thinking maybe it didn't work, but
it does create physical contacts, but I don't think it's quite in the way that you were. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway.
all right. Like I said, I was using it kind of to fill time a little bit because I wanted to kind of go over it, but I didn't know that we'd actually have time. But there you go. All right. Anybody else?
This is Kathy.
Yes.
I do have a question. I don't know, it might be better to wait till the study session on Thursday, but I couldn't follow a part of what you were going over in your iMessages presentation, which, by the way, was incredibly helpful to understand that better. What I didn't, you were talking about links and sending and receiving links, and I just couldn't follow what you were saying. So I don't know, maybe we should go over that in the study session instead of repeating it now.
So with a link, it's very simple. You can, if you have a link that you want to send to somebody, you can just do your Command L in Safari.
Yeah.
And you do your select all, which will select the link. Do your Command C to copy. Go over to the iMessage, and then you paste it in the iMessage and you hit send.
That was it?
That's it. That's how you send the link.
Oh, okay. I guess I didn't know how to do it then.
It's that simple. That's why I prefer iMessages a lot more of the Mac than it is on the phone. The phone, you've got to either do your share sheet and find the message that way, and hopefully they're either in your recents or you got to start a new message, Or you can bring up the address bar, then do your voiceover copy with a 3-finger quadruple tap, and then do your app switcher to go to messages, find the message, go to your edit rotor, and go swipe down to paste. You can see why I prefer the Mac for sending links.
I get the message.
Yeah.
So I figured it out. The contact thing, you actually have to go to, you do a context menu on the person's name, and then you go to export vCard.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's right.
So.
This, like I said, it was not a full contact lesson, and I won't include it in the actual questions, but I wanted to just show you that and encourage you to play around with it some more. But yeah, it's that simple to send a link. You paste it from your web browser, and it's that simple. It's great, and there you go.
Yep.
It's the same way you would in an email, actually. It's, And yes, the Mac does have a share sheet, but I really don't find I need it on the Mac. So, all right. Any other questions? And we will review it again in the study session. But there you go. Any other questions? All right. Well, not hearing any. No. I think we are done for today. Yep. I'll send out the recording shortly. I apologize for the glitches in the beginning. FaceTime really screwed up with the screen share earlier, and that just threw everything off with voiceover. And yeah.
Yeah, in other words, don't try to do a Zoom presentation and do FaceTime at the same time.
Exactly. We will have a review session this Thursday. It'll be on the other link, and I will send it out again. And Mac and Talk next Tuesday, and then following Tuesday on the other link, not this link, but on the other link, we will have our full-blown review session, and it'll be at this same time that class normally meets. So that means that hopefully everybody can make it. Even if you didn't make the review sessions, see if you can come to this one, because it'll be a great opportunity for you. And we'll just have us a good old time. I'm not going to take too much. It'll be no longer than an hour and a half. And so if we don't get through everything that week, we'll continue the following week. But
you mean we're going to have finals?
Oh, yes, we're going to find... Oh, did I mention...
And it's totally optional, so I don't
And it's going to be multiple choice, fill in the blank, true, false, short answer, and even an essay.
Yeah, right. No
the
essay.
final will be comprehensive.
No
And the essay is you're going to demonstrate to me using functions of the Mac how you would format a paper using Pages.
I don't think so.
We didn't even cover that.
So you'll show me, for instance, how you would you are you're citing a paper and you're pasting the link from Safari. How there's a quote you got from Messages that you're including in your Pages paper that you would paste it from there. How you would email the assignment to your teacher. I think that...
Right.
How you'll demonstrate how you adjusted your voiceover preferences so that Pages will read the way that you want. I could... It's a good thing they don't let me teach this class, because...
No.
Yeah,
you're evil.
I am evil, yes.
You're a freshman plug out guy.
At least you enjoy it. You're evil.
He
I
does.
do.
Well, yeah, folks that are evil,
That's
they
the
enjoy
worst kind. That
being
means I have no
evil.
remorse. Somebody that actually doesn't enjoy it would actually feel remorseful. So.
Really?
Yeah, like me. No.
So I could, seriously, I'd probably be merciful and let you do it in text edit, but yeah, you could write. I could do something like that where you could try to incorporate as much elements as you remember.
What have I unleashed?
Yeah, that's right.
Well,
They were
okay, guys, and this is on the record, but I'll just say that people were against my idea of written pop quizzes and homework assignments. So you guys are lucky that this is actually under the auspices of iBug, that they are more merciful than I am. So But and you're asking if this was a college course, would I do that to you? What do you
Yes.
think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Freshman plug that.
Anyway, but no, this Thursday is just going to be on this section. But
Yeah.
and the idea, though, no, we're not going to have any pop quizzes or anything like that. The idea is just to see, again, give you an idea to opportunity to go over the lessons and see what you've learned from the entire course. And this is an experiment, and we'll see how it works out. So, all right, guys.
Indeed.
Well,
thank you.
Well, thank you.
Done.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. See you next. I'll see you on Thursday. I'll be at that session, and then see you next week at Macintalk.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Sounds
Bye.
great. Thanks.
Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.
Huh?
I said thanks.
Okay. Bye.